This is the Toaster, and welcome to Toasted Minis. Today I'll be adding the Desolation Squad to my Imperial Fist Army. I've never really been a fan of their missile pods, but their guns look so cool, so I've kit bashed these guys just a little bit. I put the missile pods on the back, and on these ones, kind of reminds me of the zombie from Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare. For primer, I have an undercoat of Rogue Pink from Colorforge and a white zenithal from above. This makes the setup for the yellow armor so much easier. For the yellow, I slap on an all-over contrast of Imperial Fist Yellow, just using it to tint the layer below. After the yellow, I like to block in all the black areas, normally with Black Legion contrast, but I'm all out, so I guess Abaddon Black will have to do. Even though some of these areas are getting painted gray later, I still like to block them out, so that way I don't forget. I try and take my time here not to get any black on the nice bright armor. And I do switch between brush sizes to get in the hard to reach areas. Now I accent all the black areas with gray. I both block in some of the areas like the gun belt, the mags, the stock, and the grip. And I do a slight edge highlight on some of the areas just to give the gun some depth. I'm not super neat, as you can always go back and fix any mistakes with the black that you used. Next up is the company color. These guys will be joining the ranks of the 3rd Company. This will be led by Tor Garadon. These guys are pretty versatile, and they see a lot of death as their frontline troops. Now these guides need some pouches. I base these with Rhinox hide, and I'm also going to do the gun belts and the straps for the grenades. Next is the purity paper, based with Ushopti bone. After these guys get their company color, next is onto the green. I'm going to do the little light thingies on their backpack, their eyes, and the little light thingy on the gun. Now that these guys can see, we're going to add a little detail, this time with Mournfang Brown. Now for some magic. We're going to use, no, not that. We're going to use Nuln Oil. And this will do the gun belts as well as the chest aquila and any other areas you see in the video. And now to bring some of that red back out, we're going to do that with Mephiston Red. For the only metallic in this paint job, I hit the skull on the helmet and the shells in the gun mags. I paint this straight from the pot as it seems like it's thin enough to me. Now I made the mistake and glued these minis before making the bases, so I'm going to have to pop them off, and they were not as easy as they were in the video. I use sheets of cork to make my rocky bases, and remember to get permission or help from a trusted adult if you need it, I guess. With the cork glued down, I take Vallejo mud texture and slap it in areas that need it. This will be something to break up the flat areas as well as any seams from stacking cork on top of each other. While this dries, I'm going to work on the models a little more. First, struggling with transfers. I hate these things, and half of them didn't want to stick. Hopefully you guys have better times than me. Then finally, some armor chipping with Rhinox hide and a sponge. With the bases dry, I prime them black and then give a base coat of 50/50 Eshin Gray and Cantor Blue. I thin this down to get in the recesses of the cork. Most of the time, that previous step still doesn't get everything, so I give all these bases an all-over wash of Nuln Oil. And after that takes some time to dry, I do 2 dry brushes, first with Admin Gray and the second with Corax White. This gives the stone a cooler, snowy feel. Finally, with some super glue, it's time to reattach the model. Give this a black base rim and he's ready to go. And so, if you, like me, happen to mess up some of the yellow, what I do is I take some Phalanx Yellow and some Averland Sunset and mix 50/50 to fix the brighter areas. For the darker areas, you might mix a little more of the darker Averland Sunset. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see any specific videos in the future, leave a comment below. Thank you guys.